Welcome back. This is round 3 with Green Black Rock. I would love to play first. And I got a Thoughtseize Goyf hand. I will keep that. We're up against the mirror. So they Inquisition me. They take Tarmogoyf. They don't have a turn 2 play at the moment. I don't care if they take Tarmogoyf. I still have a threat with Skooz. And that's just a 1-for-1 exchange where Tracker and Liliana are going to be 2-for-1s. So then I take, let's say I don't take Inquisition. Let's say I take Tracker. What will end up happening here is I'll go turn 2, Scavenging Ooze. They play a turn 2-0, a turn 3 Liliana, and can Edict my Skooz. I think I have to take Liliana here just because of the way the board state is. So like I said, they're going to take Tarmogoyf here. And the reason I let off with the fetch is I wanted to thin my deck a little bit. I already had 4 lands in hand. I don't want to draw any more lands. Taking Skooz. Okay, that's interesting. So currently my opponent doesn't really have a play till turn 4. They're not going to want to drop their Tracker a little bit early. I run more removal than I run discard spells, so it makes sense for them to hold the Tireless Tracker for a little bit longer if they can. So we already have land in the graveyard, so I can't really make Goyf any bigger at the moment. So my play here for land is either Field of Ruin or the Catacombs. I think I just want to drop the Field of Ruin here. That way I can blow up a manland if they drop it. While still holding up my Assassin's Trophy mana. I really need to draw a Planeswalker. Those are kind of the mirror breakers here. Or a Tireless Tracker next turn would be great, because then I have Verdant Catacombs with a field in play. Here's the tracker. Okay, when they go to fetch this, I will Fatal Push him. Now I could speed up my clock a little bit by playing an instant speed spell here. That would give my opponent an extra clue, however. So they're going to go to 9 when they fetch here. So I don't see a difference between dealing 4 damage to them now or 5 damage to them now when they're going to be at 9. So I'm just going to deal 4 and pass. Hold on to the land for both a Tireless Tracker that I could draw into and also a Liliana of the Veil if they end up having, I don't know, multiple and they don't Edict. Like if they go Liliana of the Veil, push. Hey Sebastian, how's it going? Sure. So I started a league with Green Black Rock. The other two videos are available on my YouTube channel. Yep, see, opponent's down to 4, so that 1 point of damage which I could have gotten last time didn't matter. Probably should have pushed them just so they couldn't get extra. I was hoping they would just push. I was hoping they would fetch end of turn. And when they didn't, I probably should have just killed the tracker then. Yeah, Jund was really, really good last weekend. Oh, I should have done this end step. In case they end up having a... technically, if they had a Kalitas. Actually, if they had Kalitas, I could just untap and pulse them. Okay, so they had Fatal Push with the Goyf. I need to draw a threat here. I've actually only had 1 threat this whole game. Yeah, I think the Jund players just struggled in the draft portion. But Reed Duke and his cousin both were, and Brad Nelson too, all sporting Jund. Some 3 very big names. Sure. Hand's a little redundant at the moment. My opponent having 2 clues in play is a huge advantage for them. But they are dead to a fetching and a treetop village. I just need to get to a treetop village. This is one thing I don't like about Green Black Rock. I feel like it can just struggle sometimes. But this is a little odd. I'm 15 cards in. I've only had 2 threats. Okay, so they're going to grab a Scavenging Ooze here. Yep. I have to kill that. There's 1, 2 creatures left in the graveyard, so Scooz will become a 4/4. I still think Scooz is the bigger threat here, especially with how much mana my opponent has. I'm just trying to thin my deck a little bit here. I've had way too many land drops. Just kept a 4 land hand, and I keep just drawing lands here. Okay. Opponent is way ahead, despite the fact we had an early advantage, but we have only drawn lands here. Just be more mana efficient here. I probably should have done that after the attack. Yep, punt. I should have done that after the attack when they set their deck. Force them to shuffle. Okay, all three on top, yeah. That mistake might end up costing me this game. That said, I think I'm way behind right here. Instead of drawing lands, I needed to draw a threat, and I failed to do so until it was a little bit too late. Can still win this. They do have a Dark Confidant in play, and they didn't kill it. And they're at 2 life, so like a Collective Brutality would be game-winning for me at the moment. I am not blocking the Bob. So, opponent has 4 card types. Land, Planeswalker, Sorcery, Instant. I can get rid of the Planeswalker, which would shrink Grim Flare. So my previous mistake of not Field of Roaring after gets rewarded by my opponent attacking into a Scavenging Ooze. Unless they have something else here. They already Liliana'd my Skoos. Unless they drop another Liliana. I think I'm all set here. And even then they have to decide whether or not they kill their own Dark Confidant or my Scavenging Ooze, because they are at 2 life. Sebastian, you off Sultai now? Are you on Jund? Yep. I've been enjoying Amulet Titan. It does have some combo plays, but I really enjoy the mid-range draws of Amulet Titan. Noble Abzan, I think, is decently well positioned right now. So I can attack them. They're forced to chump block with the Tarmogoyf. Yeah, Sultai was really good when Tron and Blue-Eye Control were the top decks. Sultai is not the best against Phoenix and Dredge. Yep, and Blood Moon. Opponent's drawing very well. They drew Push and Goyf, and they get to kill my Bob. So this has been a wild ride. I thought I could steal this. Still might be able to. It's all down to my opponent's top deck right now. Okay. All right. Not dead yet. Yeah, there's one Brutality main deck in my list right now. So it's not likely, but I could draw into it. The way I've drawn this game, I feel like I could do a little bit better than... I feel like a little bit of luck would be nice. I think the green-black lists generally run 2 Brutalities main deck. I'm only running 1. I will take 4 damage. It's not a problem. Yeah. New Art Dark Confidant is often lethal. Sure. So I kill Dark Confidant and I win the game, right? My opponent has 1 card in hand and it's Field of Ruin. So there we go. Yeah, I was pretty close to conceding. Yeah, I knew their hand was Field of Ruin. Wow, okay, that was pretty sweet. Now I get my last hopes, so I get to be a little bit better in the mid-range mirror. I get Gonti, Lord of Luxury, which is a card I'm really high on to test. Take out the discard. I get to bring in a couple more cards here. I like Fulminators. I'm also considering Engineered Explosives. Sometimes it can be a one-sided board wipe. I honestly just think Fulminator Mage might be better. Probably on the play than the draw, though. So I'm up a game here and against the mirror. I do think my opponent definitely was punished for attacking with that Grim Flare, which made up for my punt of even allowing that Grim Flare trigger to be a live draw. I'll keep this. Got Fatal Push and Bob. I need 1 more land to drop my last hope. So I want to thank Hanum72 and Alcopa44. You guys have followed me while I am offline, so thank you very much. I will say Hissing Quagmire is a card I have not been impressed with. I think it's important to have dual lands here. But as a man land, I don't love it. Okay, I can stop drawing lands now. Yep. Thank you very much, Olinsky. Thank you very much for the sub. It means a lot to me. I do want... I hope the meta shifts a little bit, and then we can play some more Sultai. Actually, Noble Sultai is something that I'm going to be playing pretty soon. I'm working I'm trying to do a collaboration with KO Diamonds, and we're going to do a co-stream with some Noble Sultai. So I just have a pretty sweet line here. You get to get 2 clues. You get to uptick Lily. And I get to be way ahead in this game so far. Opponent is down to 2 cards in hand, and I still have 3 cards in hand and a much better board presence. The only advantage they have right now on me is they have better lands in play. What is your favorite deck, Sebastian? I know you've seen me play a lot of different crazy decks. What's your favorite one that I've run so far? Is it the Sultai Traverse? Opponent has 1 card in hand. I think I'm just going to go Tracker Swamp. This way, if they end up having exactly Liliana of the Veil, I don't get punished. If I have Kalitas in play, I'll get punished for that. But here, I still got some value out of it, and I get to hold up Trophy here. Honestly, part of me has missed playing some fair Magic decks here. I'm not the biggest fan of Green-Black Rock. It is not my favorite, but I'd much rather be on Sultai or Abzan or even Jund. Means a lot, means a lot. Welcome. We're on Mimosa Mondays. Having a mimosa right now. My wife and I drink some mimosas on Mondays, and I have a little bit extra, so I'm having some on stream. It's been a lot of fun. What do I want to do here? I can crack a clue, hope to hit a land. If I hit a land, I can play it and play Kalitas. If I don't hit a land, I can play Fulminator Mage. I like that. Okay, so I did hit a land. Even if my opponent has a Damnation, I'm still in an okay shape with 2 clues and a handful of removal. Okay. What the heck do they have in their hand here? So they're going to activate Hissing Quagmire, which I'm fine with. I have Field of Ruin in play. So for blocks. Like I could have played Fulminator Mage before combat, which would have dissuaded them, but I already had the Field of Ruin, so that didn't matter. Now I can, if I want, my lines here are, I can drop a Fulminator Mage. I'm not dropping Bob. I don't need to drop Dark Confidant in case they do run Damnation or Languish or something that could wipe my board. I'd rather have Dark Confidant in my hand. So my lines here are, I can sacrifice the zombie to Kalitas, deal 11 damage, putting them at 3. Is there a difference between putting my opponent at 5 and 3? I don't think there is at the moment. So I think I want to just hold up Assassin's Trophy / Clue and move on my merry way here. That way, even if my opponent has like double Fatal Push, I'm still safe. Like fetch land, double Fatal Push, boom, boom. I still get to attacking them in for 2 and crack a bunch of clues here. Okay. Round 2 is finished.